Soundtrack for Genocide is my protest song. At 160 BPM, it fits into a lot of the genre conventions of punk or garage, two very politically active scenes. The blaring guitars, rattling bass, and aggressive vocal delivery all paint this as a typical punk protest song. True to the spirit of punk, the guitar part for this song is incredibly simple, only containing two notes, a D and a D sharp. The guitar and vocals are designed to complement each other. When one is playing, the other isn't. One of the main emphases in this song is the lyrics, so by not having the guitar play during the verses, it allows the listener to focus more on what's being said.
There's murder in the streets, you tell us stay at home, where you can work to pay your bills and still end up alone. You try to burn our books, we'll kill you in the streets. You do not start a fire, you cannot take the heat.
This is a technique used often by politically motivated bands like Rage Against the Machine. Often, the guitar will simply drop out during the verses to allow more emphasis to the bass and the lyrics. The lyrics echo a lot of the themes often raised in punk: rebellion, violence, disrespect to authority, and political activism. The lyrics are delivered, as songs within the punk movement generally are, more in a form of protest poetry than actually being sung. Spoken word tends to override singing. The narrator is singing about the world. The narrator is not singing about their own life or experiences. Because of this song could potentially be performed by anyone. It's not a personal, locked-in narrative. It could apply to whoever you want it to. I believe political music should aim to be as impersonal as possible, unless the message specifically relates to the struggles of one person. Therefore, the message can go as far as it can possibly go. The lyrics are very unambiguous. They don't offer much room for interpretation outside of its direct, explicit message. Again, common with politically active music.
You say you've got us bought and you think you understand, but ignorance and irony can still go hand in hand. This is my manifesto. I want you to...
The lyrics reference political complacency, state violence, wealth inequality, among other topics. I think the final lyrics of the song summed up best the message that I was trying to achieve with it.
This is my manifesto. I want you to recite. I will not have my silence as a soundtrack.
In a world of crimes against indigenous people by large nations, in a world of police brutality on a scale we haven't seen before, with Bolsonaros and Trumps running the world, being politically active becomes not just a hobby, it becomes almost an obligation. And silence is the soundtrack to which awful things are allowed to happen. Therefore, the message of the song is that you should not let your silence be the soundtrack to genocide. I think this is a fairly suitable protest message, especially for our current times. To embrace the stripped-back nature of punk and garage, I decided to completely eschew choruses in this song. The closest thing to a chorus is that, in between the verses, the main riff is played again. All of this culminates to do what a protest song should do. It confronts the listener, it almost attacks them, it forces them to hear its message, and they can't hear anything else while listening to it. But, however punk it is, listening to a song with no definable hook or chorus can get really, really boring, and there's only so much a fast pace can do to help that. So, a short 8-note solo at the end helps keep the interest and dynamics in the song up. In genres like this, songs need to be attention-grabbing, and the absolute worst thing they can be is boring. Adding this solo at the end helps add something a bit more hooky and memorable to an otherwise fairly dry song. All in all, I think the song fits the brief of protest quite well. It's abrasive, confrontational, aggressive, and political. And when it comes to protest, if you're not making noise, then what are you really doing?